It's another East Coast-West Coast matchup in the sports world. If you thought Dodgers-Yankees was good, we got a good one for you here. The New York Red Bulls looking to win their first ever MLS Cup against the LA Galaxy. Matt Doyle, studio analyst for MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, joins us now with predictions for tomorrow's matchup. Matt, good to have you with us. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. It's good to be here.
All right, so the Red Bulls, man, they've made a nice Cinderella run here to this MLS Cup, an elusive cup at that. What do they have to do to finally finish the job here, especially being a team like LA?
I think from what we've seen from the playoffs, they need their goalkeeper to stay hot. Carlos Coronel has been absolutely phenomenal. And then their big-name players are producing at the right moments. Emil Forsberg, the Swedish star who came over this year, missed a bunch of the middle of the season, and they were helpless without him. Since he's come back, though, well, like you said, Cinderella run. Here they are, 90 minutes away.
You talk about goalkeeping obviously being key for any team, but especially for the Red Bulls. Any other things that really stand out to you as far as what they need to do to, I don't want to call it an upset, but I guess it would be considering just the history of these two teams in these playoffs?
Yeah, you could definitely call it an upset. Absolutely. The Galaxy are the most successful team in league history, and even without their best player, they still have so many match-winning talents on this team. With the Red Bulls, it's the same thing as always. They have to drag the other team into the mud. It doesn't matter whether they're playing the Galaxy or anybody else. Like, they have to turn it into a contest, a first ball, second ball. You play it long, you win that second ball, and then you go. What you can't do is let the other team get comfortable playing the ball around, using the ball. And that's what the Galaxy like to do. So it's a real contrast of styles, and styles make fights.
I kind of alluded to it a couple of moments ago that first MLS Cup is really been somewhat elusive for the Red Bulls. Is it an added layer of pressure on them, especially, you know, as we've talked about, taking on a franchise like the Galaxy? I mean, maybe if it was someone else who didn't have the history that LA did, it would be, I don't want to say a little easier, but a little bit different at least.
Yeah, I think it is, especially because it's also New York versus LA, and we know that that tends to produce huge moments. I mean, if you've been awake for the past 2 months, you know that it produces huge moments in sports. So it does, I think, pile on the pressure. And on top of that, half of New York starters are local guys. You know, the Nealis brothers at the back, they're from Long Island. They have 3 kids who came through the academy who are from New Jersey in midfield. So I think they're very well aware of the almost 30 years of futility of this club in terms of hoisting any cup, let alone MLS Cup. They've never hoisted a cup of any sort. So this would be huge for them.
The local aspect is really cool, something we've been following for quite some time right here. Let me ask you about the Galaxy now. They've got some injury issues, especially Ricky Puig. How do they overcome that?
Yeah, they're going to change the way they play. Ricky is he's one of one in terms of how he goes everywhere on the pitch to get on the ball, leads the league in touches, a brilliant passer of the ball. You can't replicate that. So what they'll do is be more structured through midfield. They have some good veterans, and then rely upon their front line. Their front line is, they spent a lot of money for it, and these guys deliver. One of the best forwards in the league, and then 2 of the best wingers, including in Gabriel Peck, a young Brazilian. They could end up selling this guy for $30 million to some of the biggest clubs in the world. He's that type of talent.
Can I talk to you? You know, obviously when you go out and get talent like that, and we're talking about millions of dollars all over the world, there's great talent out there. But kind of what you had alluded to before about the local talent that the Red Bulls have, just how cool is that to have some real local kids here that people can really identify with? And as you've seen with the crowds, people are showing up in droves to see not only all the other players, but those kids as well.
It's awesome. It's I think the most exciting thing that we do at MLS is to have the chance to see some legitimate world-class, I mean, Messi's here, and to see kids from Chatham, New Jersey going up toe-to-toe with the greatest player of all time. It's an exciting thing, and look, that is going to be the matchup in this one. It's going to be Gabriel Peck, that $30 million winger I was talking about, against John Tolkien, who is a Red Bull lifer. He's 22 years old. He came from the academy. He's been wearing Red Bull colors since he was 10. You don't really get that in any other sport, and I think that's going to be the matchup that defines this game.
Before I let you go, you care to make a prediction, or would you rather stay out of the prediction waters?
I've already dipped my toe in it, so I'll be a bit of a doomer here, and I'll say that the Galaxy, even without Ricky, have so much talent. Yeah. It's been a great run for the Red Bulls. Wait till next year.
All right. Well, don't sell Jersey strong short. You never know. Matt, thank you. Happens. We appreciate it. Our studio analyst for MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Matt, thanks. We appreciate it. And you can catch the MLS Cup final tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern for free on Apple TV. Check it out.